In my mind, I think one of the solutions would be to go as quickly and as safely as possible into a patient population.
So this is very important because I think there needs to be increased interaction between different kinds of professionals. Academics, researchers and clinicians need to interact more. And that has started to happen, but it has not a very long history.
One of them is taking these new technologies and leveraging them in those trials where appropriate, properly validated. The other opportunities is getting more patients into clinical trials, but that also presents the challenges, of recruiting those patients when often in early phase clinical research there's not a direct benefit to the patient in participating in the trial.
I think the solution in my area is to get away from a designated study just looking at one biomarker. So the therapeutic study, I can see that at least for some compounds, some projects will go away and will be replaced by what I would like to call early acute assessment, which is more early ECG assessment, that is looking at ECG markers with more precise technologies in early development instead of placing everything in a designated study relatively late in clinical development.
Industry needs to be involved there, and the development of strong links between industry and academy are not very long standing. They have not been very long, and I think also funding needs to be input. Industry has to think of ways where they could use the funding with a more long-term view that they have done so far up to now. So if all of the professionals get together, then there needs to be funding, and this funding possibly needs to come part from industry and part from the government. And those funding streams that are matched and that are valuable both for the industry and the academic and the clinicians may then be able to drive these things faster with a view of getting patient benefit before that we're doing now.
And then finally, it's again trying to find and put together a team that is truly expert in doing this type of translational research. And that requires pharmacokineticists, good biochemists, physicians who really think like an early drug development person. And those sometimes are hard people to find.